Hello and welcome to the Gnomecast. My name is Tarmack. We are taking a look at Tribes Ascend. This is the open beta. It was just let loose a few days ago. Grabbed it as quick as I could, get this thing installed, and I'm having a good time with it so far. It's got some problems, but hey, it's a beta. What can you do? So Tribes is basically a speed FPS. That's really what it's all about. It's about moving quickly, it's about jetpacks and blowing shit up, that sort of stuff. And it reminds me a lot of the Heavy Gear first-person or third-person mech game that was done quite a while ago. I think it was like 97 or 98. It was based on a pen and paper RPG. I think Tribes, the original one, came out around that time as well. But that was my first experience with this sort of gameplay, the whole idea of skiing. And if you're not familiar with Tribes, the basic premise behind it, obviously, it's a team deathmatch sort of game. Capture the flag, defend your fortress. Basically, a great big PvP clusterfuck. It's all about speed. You're moving very quickly. One of the main features of it, you hold down the space bar, you get these little jets popping out of your feet, and now you're skiing around the map. You don't have as much control, but you get up an awful lot of speed. Then the right mouse button is your jetpack, lifts you off the ground, gives you better control of direction, but of course that's limited. It only lasts for so long before you run out. And it replenishes over time. Ammunition is simple stuff as usual, but there's little loading bays all around the different maps where you can reload your ammo, get back into the game again. It's all about get in there quick, kill some people, and then probably die, and then get in there quick and kill some more people. I'm gonna run through some of the settings here. So you can see the graphics detail options are limited, shall we say? Because that's really all you got. You can take a look under the video settings, resolution, screen type, some VSync and frame rate stuff, but there's not a lot of options here. That said, I suspect that the prime goal on this one is performance rather than look pretty. All your usual key bindings. There are a couple of maps, or a different game type rather, that has vehicles in it, as well as they've got voice chat enabled. Simple stuff. And they've also got a Spectator Mode. You see this when you get to pick which faction you're going to be going at while you're playing the game. Alright, I think that is enough of that. Now, when you go through the tutorial, it's some pretty, a very basic sort of thing, but because it's an FPS that has a bit of a different attitude to it, it's something that, unless you've played the Tribe series, you're not going to be familiar with the game style. You're not going to be familiar with how the physics works and how the gameplay works. So it's a good idea to go through and take a look at the tutorials. They do have some value if you've never played through the game, or anything like it, for that matter. So right now in the beta, we've got your team deathmatch. It does have a flag in it. And, of course, the holder of the flag, or the team that holds the flag, they're gaining higher points as you're going through. And it's all about kill your opponents. You've got a pool of, I think it was 100 that it starts with, 100 lives. As soon as that first person dies, the flag pops up, and then it's just nothing but chaos. Capture the flag is more about getting the enemy flag from their base, returning it to yours. And this is one of the ones that does have some vehicles and such in it. I've noticed that in general the games tend to last quite a bit longer than the team deathmatch, but I suspect that that's probably because it does take a little bit more teamwork. The team deathmatch, I mean, really at this point in the beta, it's just utter chaos. Nobody's working together, nobody's doing anything like that. And then the arena, you're 5-on-5. You're going to want to have some friends on here if you can, because if you join up with random people, best of luck to you. Alright, so I skipped ahead a little bit just because the queue times are long. We've got two factions in the beta, Blood Eagle and Diamond Sword. It's the only options right now. Of course, later on there's going to be more than that. I'm going to go with the Blood Eagle because red's a better color. And I am thinking, we'll just take the soldier. So here we go. Oh, that was interesting artifacting. So soldiers got two weapons, the assault rifle and this funky little hand cannon deal. So right now I'm just holding down the spacebar, and that's where the speed's coming from. Right? You can see everybody else is moving around quite quickly. You don't want to be just on the ground for too long. And it's one of the interesting parts of the game is how much... I mean, every FPS has this to some degree. But you have to forecast where your enemy is going to be. I finally got the bastard. You have to forecast where your enemy is going to be an awful lot more than most other games, and that has to do with the speed. Right? You're moving a lot faster, you really got to figure out where that guy's going to land. That's where the shadows actually come in quite handy. I really like the hand cannon. I'm not a big fan of the assault rifle itself. The assault rifle, I'm more of a horseshoes and hand grenades kind of gamer when it comes to FPS. I like the sniper rifles. Sniper rifles are always good when I can stand still and stay away from the enemies. But in something like this, I need a get close solution. Alright, so my team currently has 60 lives left at the moment. We all started with 100. The other team has 50. And as you're playing, you see that little assist thing that showed up. You're going to get yourself credits that you can use during the game to call down things like airstrikes and stuff like that, which is quite a bit of fun to watch happen. I've been having too much of a blast just going around blowing people up. So I haven't done that yet, but I've seen it a couple of times. And as I said before, having the flag gets you more points. See down the bottom left there, that blue bar, that's my jetpack fuel, or jetpack cooldown, I guess you could call it. And the other bar is my health. Got another assist there. Now, Tribes Ascend is going to be a free-to-play game. Microtransaction, upgrades, all of that sort of stuff. Which is fine. It's the way the industry is going to start going, and that's, you know, there's some benefits to that if you can go ahead and play it without paying anything. Nothing like misjudging the difference between blue and red. So you can see I am completely and totally awful with the assault rifle. See, and those are the ammo dumps. You can reload your stuff.
Victory!
And that is the game. A lot of stats in the player summary, which is nice. It's nice to see it. So you got your XP that's gained. Gives you your running total up in the top. And your rank as you start to get better and better and improve your skill and yourself. Alright. Oh, look at that. One of those wonderful things about a beta test, all of my menus are gone. Alright, we'll just fade out and fade back in because I want to show you guys some of the upgrades and that sort of system that exists here. Alright, so before I get into the upgrades that are available, can somebody please tell me why Blood Legion wears what appear to be sport sneakers of some kind, futuristic Nikes? I mean, look at all that fancy armor on... I guess basketball would be fantastic with a fucking jetpack. Whatever, it's all good. So, we modify, and we're going to modify the soldier. And just take a look at the different things that are there. Now, I'm not a big fan of the assault rifle, but we've got upgrades, and the upgrades are basically, it shows you down towards the bottom, the upgrades that you're purchasing. This one, it's going to add 56 ammo to the loadout. The next one, clip size, more ammo, lower reload time. Good stuff, good stuff. The little hand cannon that I had, the Thumper DX. Again, more ammo, which when your gun only has 10 shots to start with, 15 shots total, pretty damn sweet. And then we've got some basic armor, regen delay, health, more regen rate, energy. And you spend experience points, which I've got up there to the top right, 4,818 in the maps that I've played so far. And these, basically, they just give you additional stuff. So it adds in the progression. No extra skins right now, which is too bad. So let's say we buy ourselves some Thumper DX upgrades. Fantastic, it's upgraded. Thank you for telling me that. Alright, so now I've got myself what appears to be a level 2 Thumper DX, which is going to make me very, very happy because that's the gun that I really like to use. Alright, I think that is enough. At least enough to give you an idea of what the game is a little bit about. So, you should take a look at it. Tribes Ascend. This has been Tarmack with the Gnomecast. Until next time.